Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my official NFL upset special here for week number 2, where I go through some games and some teams that are favored that might actually get upset. And then we're going to be taking a look at the betting, who's putting money on who are the sharps backing, and then also the weather for this upcoming weekend. We could have a storm or two in Tampa Bay. But this first game, you can see the Lions sitting -6. They haven't played in like a week and a half. They got that huge road win in Kansas City without Travis Kelce. They're facing Geno Smith in that Seattle offense. You've got the young receiver JSN. You have Tyler Lockett along with DK Metcalf. I'm still high on that offense. I'm not going to overreact to week 1. This line right here, -6 for Detroit, that's an overreaction. Stay calm, stay patient, and take Seattle here. This line might have shifted. I'm not exactly sure, but if it does shift, I would imagine Detroit would be going down. It would be like Detroit -5.5, because I just think that's too much. Again, I understand beating Kansas City on the road week 1 is huge, but let's understand the balance. Let's not overreact to Seattle losing a game. Their offense didn't play well. We get it. They're going to come back on the road in a dome, in a good environment for offense. They're going to play a lot better in that one. The next game, I put this game on here just because it's very strange. You have the Chargers sitting -3, but based on the injuries with Austin Eckler not playing, the Chargers certainly need to win this game. They cannot fall to 0-2. I have them winning. They're -3. I've got them winning by 3, so I'm kind of, playing the fence a little bit there. It's just very hard to make, much of what is going on with the Tennessee Titans right now. They do play better at home. They always seem to be in close games, but I will say, based off the injury updates that I've seen with Joey Bosa once again possibly injured a little bit, he'll probably play. I do think there's some decent value on Tennessee in their home opener here, plus the 3. You've got the Chargers going West Coast to East Coast, going to a different time zone. I don't love it because you're trusting Ryan Tannehill, although you could say after the horrible week 1, maybe Tannehill is due for a better home performance. I guess we'll have to see, but I would say maybe you could see some value on Tennessee plus the 3 at home. There was value on them +3 in New Orleans. They ended up losing the game. Tannehill played terrible, but they still covered. They only lost by 1 point. That's because they play all these games so close. This could also be a game where the Chargers win, but they win by 1 or 2, so we'll have to wait and see. Another 1 o'clock game. So kind of a weird update we got on this one. CJ Stroud randomly added to the injury report on Friday. I'm guessing he's going to play, but I've been in on Indianapolis since the beginning of the week to cover the 1-point spread. We'll have to see if that line shifts at all because of his injury, but CJ Stroud, young quarterback, really not a lot of great weapons. I think their number 1 receiver right now is Nico Collins. It is what it is. He's going to take his lumps as a rookie. They're very likely going to have, unfortunately for them, a bad record because they don't even own their pick. If they owned their pick, you can understand having a bad record, getting a top 5 pick, maybe getting CJ Stroud some help, but it is what it is. And then Indianapolis, I just think Anthony Richardson, when it comes to young rookie quarterbacks, you're talking about a guy that can use his legs. And when you have inexperience, when you're able to use your legs and do something that in terms of, it's like for young quarterbacks, running is the safety net. On 3rd and 3, you can always scramble, run. If there's no one open, if you don't like the read, just run, pick up the first down. I feel like Anthony Richardson has a big advantage early on in his career over CJ Stroud when you're talking about inexperienced QBs being able to run versus someone like CJ Stroud who's just a pocket passer. That's why even with Indianapolis on the road, I do find value in them to win that game outright and cover. Next, we do have Tampa Bay at home against Chicago. This game, you know how it is with Florida this time of year. There's some crazy weather. There's thunderstorms. Could we be looking at a delay in this game if there's a lightning or something like that? Maybe. This game might not start until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We will see. Also, you're dealing with a lot of showers in the vicinity. Maybe there'll be thunderstorms, but if there are, they'll probably have to delay the game because of the lightning. Either way, Tampa Bay sitting -3. I love Chicago to win this game outright. This is another correction game, guys. Chicago, really bad week 1, but it wasn't necessarily terrible for Justin Fields when you actually analyze it. I think the biggest problem with Justin Fields right now, you got to take the training wheels off. If you are the Bills offensive staff, let him throw the ball down the field, give him design runs, do it all. Now is the time to go. You're facing a Buccaneers team. People were saying we're going to tank before the season started. They go on the road. They get a big win in Minnesota. I said to take them plus the 6. They end up not only covering but winning, but now I'm backing off of them because they're already 1-0 against the spread. I don't really trust this Tampa Bay team. I do think Baker Mayfield's a serviceable quarterback, but in this one, I will take Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears to get back on track. And then the Monday night game, so Cleveland sitting -2. I just think, I know people are going to go against this. It's the whole law of averages. I get it. If you're going in on the Steelers, you could say there's great value plus the 2. I just think the Browns are better this year, man. I really do. So I've got the Browns winning this game by a touchdown. They won easily in week 1. You could say, well, it's week 1. It was a rainstorm. Deshaun Watson didn't look very good. But I just think the Browns put together as a team, this is going to be a gritty, hard-fought win. And even if they win by 3, they still cover the -2 in that one. So those are my close potential upset plays. I could definitely see, again, the Steelers could very easily win that game for sure. This is the NFL. And then taking a look at the actual betting, analyzing where is most of the money going, you can see the Chargers-Tennessee game, roughly 50-50, 58% of the cash going in on Tennessee. A lot of money coming in on the under, 90% of the cash, under 45.5. The injury to Austin Eckler probably affecting that. Also the Chargers traveling West Coast to East Coast. Also the Titans. They played very good defense in week 1, horrible on offense. So a lot of people going in on the under, 90% of the cash there. Bears at the Buccaneers, a lot of people going in on Chicago, 85% of the cash is on them. Over-under seems to be split. You've got Indianapolis at Houston. So Houston getting slightly more money, although it's pretty even. And then a lot of money coming in on the under 39.5. Due to some, rookie quarterbacks. I don't know, that's a low number for 2 teams playing in a dome. And then you've got Kansas City at Jacksonville. Tons of money coming in on KC. This line is up to 3.5 right now because I think it was 2. Yeah, it was 2.5 now. Kansas City sitting as 3.5 point favorites. I certainly like Kansas City in this game. A lot of money coming in on the over 51.5. That's a big number to reach in the NFL. You've got Vegas on the road at Buffalo. Tons of money coming in on the Bills, -8.5 after their bad Monday night performance. You also have money coming in on the under 47 in that one. That's Vegas traveling West Coast to East Coast. You can see Seattle at Detroit. A lot of money coming in on Seattle. So that line has been bet down to 4.5. I knew it would. When that line opened up at 6, there was no way. And people are still betting Seattle, so that's good. Although, I don't know, people say fade the general public, but it's about 50-50 on it, on the public winning and losing. You can see 47.5. I love the over in that game. Then you've got Baltimore taking on Cincinnati. A lot of money coming in on Cincy. That's down to -3, but money is coming in on Cincy. I like Cincy to cover. Baltimore has so many injuries, and Joe Burrow is going to have a bounce-back game. Green Bay at Atlanta. Money coming in on Atlanta. That surprises me. It does. A lot of the sharps seem to be in on the Falcons, although I just don't trust their offense, honestly. You've got San Francisco at the Rams. San Francisco sitting 7.5 point favorites. That line got bet down from 8.5. More money coming in on them. The Giants are getting a ton of money, -4. Yeah, you would expect the Giants to bounce back as well. Commanders, Broncos, a lot of money coming in on Denver. I like that. I like that play a lot. Denver, they're going to have a bounce back performance. And then the Jets, Cowboys, really no one knows what to make of it. Tons of money coming in on the under 38.5. Since it is the NFL, I'm sure it's going to go over just because that's how it goes. The Sunday night game, it is Miami at New England. A lot of money coming in on New England and Bill Belichick to cover there, the +3. Although the general public, the tickets overall going in on Miami. And then you have the 2 Monday night games. It is the Saints at the Panthers. Kind of split even in the Saints-Panthers game. I would take the under 39.5. And then the Browns-Steelers, very even as well there. Steelers sitting +2.5. Under 38.5, 98% of the money. I like the over in that game. That'll be funny to see if that game goes over. But either way, guys, that's just that update. And then we do have a quick look at the potential weather. So you can see some of these games being played in domes. In Buffalo, looks like there's a slight chance of rain. No real threat, though. Cincinnati, chance of rain showers, 72, should be fine. You've also got a chance of rain in Nashville, Tennessee, 76 degrees. And then you can see the widespread rain shower. So that's going to be the issue there for the 1 o'clock game between Tampa Bay and Chicago. That's the one I would really watch for. You also have definite thunderstorms. So, oh my, if there actually are thunderstorms in that game's probably going to get delayed. That game being played in Jacksonville between the Chiefs and Jaguars. So, yeah, 2 outdoor games in the state of Florida in the 1 o'clock window. That's going to be a big issue there. And then you can see the other games seem to be very, very nice. Slight chance of a rain shower in Foxborough. Very clear skies for that Carolina-New Orleans game. And then they are expecting rain in Pittsburgh. But again, that game's on Monday night. Maybe it doesn't happen. It's a far out forecast. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on X. Link to that's always in the description.